It's a step in the right direction, but at the same time, it's also a step backwards. I mean, progress is progress either way. Hopefully they get this all fixed out by Tekken 8, right? Perfect. Found my second. Haven't seen her in a while. I don't know who you're referring to, but yes. Yes, I am playing Evo, Enzo. I am. I have to wake up early. Because it's like, I believe you have to be check-in for like an hour before the actual set. So that's a long time. Ooh. That did not reach? I kind of thought it would. Okay. Up forward. Nice. 4-3. Yep. Figured. It hasn't changed. Uh-huh. Oh, why did I duck? Yeah, hopefully everything gets fixed. Please fix servers. It's not really a server issue because this is more or less peer-to-peer. Every match is peer-to-peer. I don't know about Tekken Online Challenge. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how things play out. I'm playing it by ear. Because I'm waiting on an email the week after Evo. So like after Evo, right? The week after that, I'm expecting, hopefully, not expecting, but hopefully to like receive an email in regards to like a job. If I get that, then I won't be participating in Online Challenge. But if I don't get it, I'll apply to another one and then participate in Online Challenge. So I'm just gonna play it. I'm just playing it by ear. Oh, he's letting me do things. That's dangerous. If you let your opponent do things, they can do whatever they want. But yeah, I'll probably be leaning more on less and less of competing. Whoa! He's got the confidence. Jumping up with a neutral hop kick right off the bat. CD3. Oh, unfortunately, he wasn't able to get that combo. But Akito, he's showing up with that delayed hop kick. It's not about showing him up. It's just about just making the right decisions. Here you go. Keeping him at the wall here. Oh, he whiffed. Bad. That could have been even more damage if ever. Oh yeah, no, I mean, please give us servers. That's another Hwoarang. So that's like 3 Hwoarangs this stream, right? So many Hwoarangs in a Hwoarang stream. Well, yeah, that's not a surprise. It's kind of like part of the course. Oh, DF2, okay. Going straight for the B&B is Akito. However, he drops the dash. The dash RFF. A little bit too slow there. Oh, he bites on the second hit. That's not good. Yeah, all I want is lobbies to be buffed. Because even those don't function fully properly. Don't really care about the balance or whatnot. I just want to be able to invite and not like, you know, drop games or randomly disconnect, etc, etc. Yeah, that's the pattern hasn't changed. Ooh. I'll take that. Oh, will he throw out the down 4-4? The delayed hop kick really found its way into his kit. So I mean, if you do a power kick when you don't do like you just doing something like that, then it's safe. And it's a common strat people do. Because people would attempt to jab punish it, so they would just flash duck and launch. Or parry, depending on what your character has. But if you do the delayed hop kick, that's -13. Always. Always is. Like where you land before you do the kick. Game 2, right? So we're moving into game 3 already? Already. Wow. Curious question. Curious cheese. Lots of curious cheese. Deep question number 2. Alright. Oh wait, or number 3. I think it's the third. They say the third time is the charm after all. If you never got into fighting games, what other genres do you think you would have gotten, like to the point of streaming? Good question. I have no idea. I thought about that before. I don't really know how to answer that. I probably wouldn't even be streaming. Oh, wrong punish. I don't know. Because I never fully got competitive in like FPS. And I never really liked MOBAs. So I can't play Dota or LoL ever. Like if you have me on your team, I'm gonna be the weakest link. It's just the genre never clicked with me. So I don't try to force it. I get why it's popular and stuff. I just recognize that it's not my cup of tea. Fighting games, however, is my cup of tea. So, and all of them are PvP, by the way, right? So FPS, MOBA, FGs, they're all PvP. It's just that fighting games by nature will always remain PvP because its offline content isn't as good compared to, let's say, well, MOBAs don't have offline content, right? They don't. But FPS does have like offline content, like Call of Duty campaign modes or zombies for Call of Duty, or like you say, you play Call of Counter-Strike campaign. I don't know if I'd be competing anywhere else, like to the point where I'd be streaming it. Oh wow. Because me streaming comes with like the value of teaching and me knowing a bunch of stuff. I mean, that's, you know, if you like study content creation and go deep into it, you'll start to see like how do you get discovered and whatnot, and what skill can you bring to the to the plate. Like, what's your inherent value? What's your starting point? Because eventually it'll be personality, right? That's how, like, for most of the big streamers or big content creators, it always eventually turns into personality at the end. But everyone had like a start on like how to get discovered. Ouch. So essentially, my starting point is, you know, the fact that I know a lot of stuff. I think my perspective is interesting. And, you know, I can teach Hwoarang, or like the game. And I can coach. But same as now, like if I think about it now, nothing comes to mind. I guess fighting games is the exception and the one I like the most. Because it's just fully competitive. And it's the only genre I truly vibed with in regards to like competing. Not that I can't get good at the other games, it's just that, I don't know, I like this. This has more interest for me to get good. Oh. Even if like there's not as much money compared to like the other esports. Because the other esports have way more money than fighting games. That's a given. You saw Dota and LoL's prize pools, including CSGO's Rainbow Six Sieges and Call of Duty. And it's nuts. Sean loves cheese. Fighting games is the one that like pinaka bottom for sure. And has the least amount of sponsors as well. Yeah, so I mean, even despite that, I like getting good here and competing and trying to like help the scene grow in like my own way, in my own small way. Even if I'm like not main big influence or whatever. Because essentially, I mean, with this, I'm just giving back. Because this scene raised me, man. Not direct. Oh, I mean, technically directly because I competed with them, but the amount of people I interacted with are not a lot. But indirectly, I was influenced and affected by them. So I just wanted to give back and hopefully give that opportunity to like a younger player or a new blood, essentially. Because I can't be counted as a new blood anymore. 5 years into it. I don't know, who knows? Maybe in Tekken 8, the game will be a lot more interesting. And it'll have like lesser issues. Oh wow, that could have been a punish, man. Yeah, the CSGO campaigns. Indeed, yeah, they're fun because you can have select teammates and then like the AIs and whatnot. A lot of stress of being a content creator from the game itself to the try to produce. Like if you're trying to mix competing, like real competing while creating content, it's a little bit difficult. Most especially when you're not a fully accomplished player, such as myself. Oh no! I'll take it. You went from League to Tekken. It's just more fun as a solo experience? Yeah, because you can get games faster. And the average length of games also aren't as long. Because for any other game that isn't a fighting game, the average length of that's 40, right? But usually games are played at first to 2, first to 3, so that's even less. Like games can go really fast and really, really long. But there is no in-between for all the other genres. They are going to take long. Don't know if it's just me, but isn't intimacy in how to play 1v1 fighting games in comparison to MOBAs and FPSs. It also helps with making the FGC more close-knit. True. Depending on your community, the community will be close knit. It's essentially like I can point to our current community, or the community we're in, right? The Philippines. I can attest to the fact that it is close knit community, even if I don't have much interactions with other players. The fact that we all know each other and can respect each other's game is like a big deal of it, a big part of it. And, you know, just being willing to support each other and cheer and congratulate. You know, even if it wasn't like your favorite player to win, you can respect the fact that the other player won. You're not like, no, he shouldn't have won. And of course, like the coaching, I don't know. Yeah, coaching could be the same for like all genres. It's just that there's lesser resources, I guess, in regards to fighting games compared to like the other games. Because those games are big. They're essentially sports. I'm not saying fighting games aren't sports. They are. They're not. They are definitely part of the esports, but they're less in comparison. I just like character expression more in Tekken. That goes for all fighting games, right? You can have like character expression. That's why I'm going to be playing Melty Blood. Aside from the fact that it has rollback. That's the most important part. It has rollback. And I've always wanted to like compete fully in a 2D fighter, where you won't have to rely too much on others for your performance. Yeah, but it also becomes a big burden because you have to rely on yourself so much, right? And if you don't know where to start or you don't know how to get good, and you can't accept the fact that you need to get good and there's no cheat codes to it, or like a super strong gun to just, you know, do the work for you. Technically, Tekken has that. Oh, every fighting game has that. Super strong characters. But the issue is, even if you have a super good button, a player with a trash character can still outplay you if they know how to play the game. Unlike, let's say, you're the bad player on a good team, but you're using a really solid champion. All you have to do is just play a very minimal role, do your part to like the most basic of it, and your team will still win. That also goes for like FPS. So I mean, yeah, that's true. It's just that fighting games has always been viewed as like a chore. Like, that's the casual experience of it. Because every time you slow down, because again, the best time to get into a fighting game, at least the optimal time to get into a fighting game, is, you know, when it's still new. Because the longer and longer you wait to join or to play a certain fighting game, most especially if there's a lot of legacy in it, like fighting, like Tekken, which is the main complaint of a lot of newer players. 07ers. Yeah, you're gonna have a big issue with it. Oh, good games to Akito. Good games.